Welcome to the internet's favorite ranking system, the 11 levels of car wealth. It's a strict hierarchy where success is measured by your steering wheel. Social media has turned this ladder into a constant performance. High-tier influencers use these vehicles to signal authority, often shaming anyone still stuck at the baseline of the hierarchy. But we need to look at the math behind the status. Is climbing these tiers a sign of financial growth or a psychological trap designed to separate you from your savings? We are going to decode all 11 levels to see where the hype ends and the financial reality begins. We'll identify exactly where the industry hides its most effective traps. This gamification of wealth isn't built on your success. It relies on personal insecurity to keep the system moving. Levels 0 and 1 represent the baseline of utility. You are either using public transit or driving a starter car worth under $10,000. At this stage, you trade social status and aesthetic comfort for a total lack of debt. You aren't losing money to asset depreciation or monthly loan interest. The pressure to move up hits at levels 2 through 4. This is where you look for a status bump through used luxury interiors, a second car for the household, or a brand new mid-range sedan. Seeking this mid-tier upgrade usually requires a loan, which brings you into the dealership environment. This is where the financial pressure becomes systemic. This chart shows a hidden cost: dealer reserve. Dealers secretly inflate your approved rate, pocketing the difference monthly. They maximize returns through loan packing, stacking overpriced gap insurance, service contracts, and theft deterrents onto your balance, hiding thousands in added debt behind a modest monthly payment. Some buyers experience yo-yo scams, where the dealer claims the financing fell through weeks after the car is home. This forces a renegotiation at a higher interest rate, often after your trade-in has already been sold. Achieving the illusion of level 4 status often means you've traded your actual net worth for negative equity and hidden yields. Level 5 moves into brand new luxury SUVs, exactly like this Porsche Cayenne. By levels 6 and 7, you are looking at his and hers luxury pairs, or high-profile status symbols like a Maybach. The drive for these purchases is often hedonic. The primary goal is to signal exclusivity and material wealth to everyone else in the social circle. The financial reality is that a vehicle should ideally represent only 10 to 15% of your total real estate portfolio or net worth. If you aren't worth millions, a six-figure car is a massive drain on your future capital. This gap between reality and appearance is where hustle culture thrives. Creators often fake level 7 status by renting recognizable vehicles, like this Brabus G-Class, specifically for content. The car functions as visual proof of their success, creating the impression that their advice has produced immediate, tangible results. That engagement is then funneled into selling generic business mindset programs. These courses often package basic information available for free online and sell it as a proprietary secret. When the entire feed is built on signaling wealth rather than a specific product, the math changes. The viewers' course fees aren't buying specialized knowledge. They're often just funding the next day's rental rate for the car in the video. Levels 8 and 9 represent a massive leap in cost. These are $400,000 supercars and multi-million-dollar hypercars, like the Bugatti Tourbillon. Owners at this level typically have net worths over $25 million. They treat these vehicles as museum-grade art assets that may appreciate over time, rather than daily commuters. Level 10 is the bespoke tier. These are one-of-one commissions, like this Rolls-Royce boat tail, dealt to the owner's exact, unique specifications. These are fractional passion projects. They come with extreme maintenance requirements and are often not practical for actual road use. Finally, level 11 reveals the ultimate irony of the hierarchy. At the highest level of global power and wealth, you stop driving entirely and rely on a chauffeur. The journey comes full circle. True wealth buys your time back, eventually removing the need for a car at all. This flowchart shows the only way to survive the car-level game. You have to differentiate between utility and passion versus a purely status-driven flex. If an upgrade stays within 15% of your net worth, the purchase is mathematically sound. It functions as a controlled expense or a hobby you can afford. But if your motivation to reach level 5 comes from an influencer's video, you are the target demographic for a financial trap. You risk plummeting back to zero with significant debt. Accepting a predatory 72-month loan with hidden markups isn't a level up for you. It's a level up for the person selling the loan. Real success is measured by the time you own, not the depreciating assets in your driveway. Stepping off the status ladder allows you to redirect capital into investments you actually control.